Hi everyone, I'm Mary. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. And I just want to say, I did not want to make this video. I've had a rough couple of weeks in regards to how I feel about my body. And I woke up this morning with a couple breakouts, which for me is rare. And I have not really been taking the best care of myself, to be honest with you guys. And so I usually film my videos in the morning, and every morning for the past 2-3 weeks I thought about doing this, and then it just didn't feel worthy, I guess, to be in front of the camera in such a manner. But today I was like, no more. I woke up and I'm like, I'm gonna be vulnerable, raw, and honest and share what I'm going through, because the chances are if I'm going through it, then one person out there is gonna go through it as well. So if I could relate and connect to that one person and throw in some kind words for you, I am more than honored to do that. So to begin, I want to say I have a confession to make. I have been binge eating, and I've overcome my binge eating disorder. I talk about the journey about how I overcame all my eating disorders. So I suppose if you compare the eating disorder I had a year ago, a year and a half ago to now, it wouldn't be considered a binge eating disorder. For me right now in this moment, I consider it binge eating because I know the symptoms and the mental and emotional states that go into this habit. So even though it's not like, maybe not a full-on binge compared to what I used to do, or not a full-on binge compared to like what psychologists will call it, I'm gonna call it a binge for lack of better words, or overeating. Basically, long story short, I have been overeating unnecessarily, and I've been doing it in such a manner to harm my body. So it's not, I just really want to highlight the difference here. It's not like, oh, I went to a party and I had so much fun with my friends and I overate a little, or my boyfriend ordered pizza and I had an extra slice. I'm not referring to that right now. So that's usually what I consider overeating, when you just ate a little bit more, or a lot of bit more, who cares. But the state that you were in wasn't a state to like harm yourself. So the reason why I call what I went through this past week binge eating is because I did it from a place of, I want to harm myself and you suck and you're unworthy, and saying all these negative things to myself. So I just, it's getting hot. So that's my confession. And the reason I guess why this tears me apart right now is because before, if I would do this, I would completely just shut down and, you know, spend a couple weeks wallowing in self-pity. But right now it's like the other end of the spectrum, where there's so much pressure right now for me, and there's so much going on. Like, you know, I just started school. I'm juggling a few different things. I just launched my online course, and my online course is called Divine Body Love, and it's about how to like make peace with food and your body. So I guess the timing is perfect, because, you know, we teach what we have to learn. And I kind of, at first I was beating myself up about it. I was like, Mary, you're a hypocrite, and how could you teach this when you're not even 100%? But you know, I tell my girls, so I'm gonna tell myself the same thing, that it's a journey with ups and downs. It's not like, I mean, people who have experienced an eating disorder, even a decade later, they'll still have like thoughts, like disordered eating thoughts. And for me, it's been a couple years, and I made this course because I wanted to share my journey and share what the aspects that helped me. But that doesn't mean that I've like nailed it down, and I always say, I'm not a psychologist. This isn't everything I say. It's what helped me, what helped some of the girls that I've talked to that were struggling through the same thing. Some of the principles that will do more good than harm. So that's why I feel comfortable sharing them. So now, as I'm teaching this course and putting my message out there on social media or on here, to everybody that's watching, it's just been a lot of pressure. Then with school, it's like I'm juggling so much, and I don't know 100% what led to the binge eating, but if I really retrace my steps, for me, when I'm about to do something big or something exciting or something out of my comfort zone, it goes either one of two ways. Like, I feel like either I do the thing, whatever it may be, and then I feel super accomplished and happy and high on life, or I do the thing and I didn't fulfill my own expectations. So it leads to me feeling unworthy, which leads to me taking that out on food. So that's really just what's going on. Quick backstory. Okay, sorry guys, my camera died. So I'm gonna start over here. Let's talk about 3 ways to move past a binge. So the first things first, you are going to get a lot of sleep. And this helps me because I have a hard time determining whether, like, what I'm really hungry for. And I can't think straight if I'm sleep deprived. So for me, I choose a day where I can sleep as long as I want and wake up with no alarm. For most people, this is on the weekends. But if you come home from school or work and you're tired, sleep. I'm telling you, that should take the priority before homework, work projects, anything else you have to do, exercising, cooking, cleaning, all this stuff. Just sleep first. Like, at least take a little nap, like something that's gonna rejuvenate your energy. Because a lot, like, I'm sure you guys have heard those studies that's like being sleep deprived is worse than being drunk. Well, it's true, like, sleep deprivation impairs you. So, number 1, recovering from a binge, sleep. Don't wake up early and go work out and go restrict, because that's not gonna help this cycle of deprivation, really is what it is. Number 2, water. I'm sure you guys have heard this, but water, water, water. Hydrate your body every single chance you get. Even though it might feel uncomfortable, like right now I'm so bloated, the last thing I want to do is drink water. I honestly just want to, like, sweat and pee everything out. But you're not going to be able to excrete everything, the bloat and the excess water you're holding, unless you drink more water. So what I do, it's really hard for me to just chug straight water. I'll do that in the morning and little sips throughout the day. But I love making tea. I know, how typical. Mary's Cup of Tea is promoting tea drinking again. Yes, I am. So yeah, I make a few cups of tea. I'll even make a big pitcher of green tea, and I'll just drink that throughout the day, because you know what? It makes you feel really, really good, and it makes you feel super pure. I don't know what the chemistry behind that is, but some of the jokes they make about, like, oh, I had 1 glass of green tea and suddenly I feel zen. Well, that's so true. Like, it's just how you feel. So hydrate. So number 1 is sleep. Number 2 is hydrate. And number 3, okay, this is a counterintuitive one, but you don't get to restrict, and I still get to eat today. I still get to eat when I'm hungry. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is usually how that looks. And here's one thing that is super important, and it helped me throughout my entire recovery journey. And that is cooking your own food, putting time into your food, and putting love into the food that you cook. So cooking with time and with love. And the reason why this helps is because it lets us take a step back, and it lets us practice this thing I call mindful eating. So I don't call it intuitive eating, I call it mindful eating. Just a word preference. And for me, for example, after a binge, the last thing I want to do is go eat out. I don't know about you guys, but I know some circumstances, you know, you're running around and you need some food in your stomach, so you go eat out. But for me personally, I prioritize the 1, 2, 3 days after a little binge escapade. I prioritize that, okay, moving forward for the next 2 days, or 1 day at least, I'm gonna cook all my own food. And this allows me to really be mindful about it and be grateful for the food that I'm making. So this counteracts the I hate myself, I hate food, why am I doing this, right? So this is the exact opposite. This is, I love myself, I love food, I love the pleasures of eating, I love all the tastes and the smells and the sensations behind eating. So this counteracts the mindset behind a binge. So if you think about it like a binge or overeating, you're usually doing it really fast. You're generally not thinking consciously about it. Like sometimes when I binge, I can't even like breathe. I feel like I'm just eating, or I'm cooking something, and as I'm cooking it, I'm just eating other random things because I'm so hungry and I want food fast in me and I want to fill that void so fast. So cooking your food is the exact opposite. It slows us down, and when we slow down and when we think from the mindset of I'm cooking this food because I love myself, as opposed to the binge where I'm eating this food fast because I hate myself, that counteracts that. So we're just replacing one habit with another. So the way we build habits, we don't necessarily eliminate, we just replace. So this has been like transformative for me. When you cook your own food and when you take the time to eat that food, take the time to chew it and to enjoy it, you feel so much more satiated inside because it came from a place of love and pleasure and enjoyment for the food. So number 1, sleep. Get rest, sleep, do the physical. The first 2 are the physical aspects. So sleep, and number 2, hydrate. Those are both physical. And then number 3, the most important one, is commit to cooking your food, or at least slowing down when you eat it. So preferably both. You'll slow down, you'll cook your food, you'll eat it, and you'll enjoy it. But if circumstances force you to eat out or to eat on the go, at least find a calm place where you can sit and enjoy it and be mindful about it and think of food from a place of love for yourself. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope this helps. Actually, talking this through helps me, so I want to thank you guys and honor you guys for being here and for allowing me to make this video and help me get over this bump in the road that I've encountered on my journey. So I'm still super new to this whole YouTube thing, so I always forget to tell you guys. Like this video if you like it, comment if it has helped you in any way, and what you liked about it, what you didn't, what you want to see more of, or if everything I'm saying is mumbo jumbo, then please let me know that because I don't want to waste either of our times. I want these videos to be super valuable for you. So like, comment, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. You'll get a notification when I post a new video, which will be more often these days. I promise I will not let my struggle stop me from sharing it and from making these videos for you guys, even though I go through my insecurities sometimes as well. But yes, please subscribe. We'll be YouTube friends. So thank you everybody for watching. I will see you next week.